Okay. I've made a community post already. I'm not feeling very great, to be honest. I haven't watched the Herta's video yet, and I haven't also watched the live stream event. I actually missed it because I was up. What on earth? There we go.
Thank you for making time in
Oh
your busy
God.
schedules together here.
It's very funny to see this in retrospective after seeing the main story and seeing how she treats one of the memo snatchers.
Now, let the noble creator witness your achievement.
It's all fun and games until you trap someone in a mirror forever. It's fine. Young, adorable, and beautiful. God.
Centralization. You want to sort the Hertas into different grades? Let's just start over. Geniuses love stabbing each other in the back. Didn't you know? Oh, I heard a virtual idol project. This thing's
God.
really lasted 10 Ember eras. Maybe by optimizing it. No copyright? No.
Yeah, that's how to get in a lot of trouble. Careful with that mouse.
That Madam Herta is a fake! Fake? Really? Haven't any of you noticed? Her style is totally different from ours. It's true. The imposter! This story isn't as dull as I expected. Remember, the biggest problem is having no problems at all. Come on.
This girl's chaos.
Problems with me.
Oh God.
It's a dangerous thing, you know.
Bye-bye. Really?
Another failure.
Jesus Christ.
I'm perfect, as expected.
City Council. Jesus. Yeah, seeing something so lighthearted is a bit messed up after seeing how she treated the memo snatcher at the end of the story. When do we see these silly things? And the little, like, fairy-like ones as well that were kind of clockworky. When do we see those? Because we've seen the actual androids. We haven't seen the others.
Thank you for
In cooperation with the history fictionologist. God, alright, great. So, in working in conjunction with the... God. The Enigmata. Wonderful.
making time in your busy schedules together here. We have only a single purpose. Ensure Herta City remains free for all eternity. Now, let the noble creator witness your achievement.
It's interesting to see a hand here because there's actually a hand motif on her clothes as well. In a kind of a weirder spot. Young, beautiful, adorable. Let's go.
Let's begin.
The boss is the only standard, okay.
Centralization. You want to sort the Hertas into different grades? Let's just...
Industrialization, humanity is the biggest bug, okay. Also, mentioning Schrodinger's standard is interesting.
Geniuses love stabbing each other in the back.
AI development plan. That feels a bit specific. Also, Herta is absolute.
Didn't you know?
You're out. Elimination, okay. Hitcoin issuance plan. Very, very unfortunately kind of current news, both of those two. God. And of course they're dressed like this. God, alright. Virtual idol makes sense considering VTubers is a thing.
Idol project? This thing's really lasted 10
Money is precious, idols are more valuable. For her to sake, both are needed. Okay.
eras. Maybe by optimizing it.
Copyright warnings. Yeah. Bit too close. Bit too real. I love how even in accordance to bloody Star Rail's universe, they're like, yeah, that's a bit too close to Mickey Mouse. We're not doing that. Disney's angry enough. Dystopia plan, okay.
Is a fake! Fake? Really? Haven't any of you noticed? Her style is totally different from ours. It's true. The Posey imposter.
Surely it wouldn't be hard to prove if you're real or not. Like, obviously, none of the androids and none of the other things that she's made would possess the same capability as an actual erudition emanator, but whatever, sure.
This story isn't as dull as I expected. Remember, the biggest problem is having no problems at all. Come on, create some more problems with me. Curiosity is a dangerous thing, you know.
The one thing that's kind of interesting is whether or not we can justify what she did to the memo snatcher, who was trying to forcibly take the memory of her interaction eventually with quote-unquote droid head. The Garden of Remembrance has clear regulations on how people can behave. There's a lot of in-game lore going around it. In-game documentation, the actual databank on the Garden of Recollection and on cremators and memo keepers. If you talk to the memo keeper actually aboard the train who wiped the memories of the other members of the Express to hide that they were there, if you talk to Black Swan as well, there is the mention of rules that they must follow. Black Swan's story elaborates on it on her profile. And we know that failing to follow these rules can result in the end of their existence. It's almost as if Foley almost has a countermeasure in place for if they mess about, but some of them are able to bypass it. And that would be the cremators, because they're obviously not following the rules of the garden to a T by destroying memories. They get memories as part of their duty, but what they do is they destroy some of the ones actually present in the garden, which goes against what Foley actually wants. And then there's the memo snatchers, who are a more extreme... They're more radical memo keepers, so they're actually less offensive than the cremators, but they're still taking their job to an extreme that isn't helpful and can result in them ceasing to exist. So Herta here, I imagine there'd be more limitations on what she could do if a normal memo keeper who was following the rules and regulations was just observing her. So long as it actually served a benefit, I wonder if she'd actually be allowed to do anything to them. But because it's a memo snatcher doing it and they're not following the regulations, she can probably get away with trapping them for almost all of their life. or whatever existence they're going to have in that mirror. We'll see. We will see. Either way, it's very funny to see something so lighthearted after seeing something so concerning the last time that I saw Herta. Let's go.